January 1938. 3 months since the Ashwick case. The city is still cold and still grey, and I'm still not sleeping. Some men drown in whiskey. I tried. Didn't take. The choir's hum comes through the bottle, low and constant. Not every night, but enough. Enough to know it never really left. I thought it was done. Thought the building was boarded, the book gone, the deaths stopped. But something about evil. It doesn't burn. It waits. I was halfway through a stale cigarette when a knock came at my door. A young kid, maybe 16, thin, pale, and jittery. "You Reilly?" Depends who's asking. He looked over his shoulder. "They told me you'd know what to do. Said you saw it. The humming." The word. Humming. "Who told you that?" "My sister. She lived at 61st Ashwick. Apartment 4C. Her name was Maria." The second buddy. "She left me something. Told me never to open it. Not until I started hearing it too. I did, last week." He handed me a package, wrapped in old newspaper and twine. I opened it slowly. Inside, a page, torn from the book, symbols, inked in red, and a key, rusted and ornate, marked with an itching 7C. "You know what this is?" "Yeah," I said. "It's a mistake." I went back to Ashwick. It wasn't just condemned anymore, it was devoured. The bricks black with mold, windows hollowed like ice. The city claimed a gas leak, but there was no sign of fire, just rot. The fog here never lifted. The front door was chained. It didn't matter, I had the key. Inside, the air clung to my lungs like wet cloth. Floorboards groaned like bones beneath my boots. The staircase had collapsed in places, but the 7th floor still loomed above. I climbed past the familiar blood-stained walls and empty apartments. Apartment 7C had never shown up in the original plans. There was no 7th floor, not really. But the key fit, and the door opened. Inside was silence. Not quiet. Silence. No echoes, no breath, no hum. The apartment was pristine. Floor swept. Air clean, no dust. In the center, a chair. And on it, a man. He looked dead, pale and stiff, eyes wide, except they moved. They tracked me. "Vincent Reilly," he said, voice like cracking wood. "That's your name, or you're just good at reading case files?" He smiled. "I wrote the book." I reached for my revolver. "No need. I'm not what you fear, but I am what you need to understand. He gestured to the walls. Symbols were carved deep, etched into plaster and brick. Bleeding ink, 7 circles, interlocked. The choir didn't come from beyond. They came from beneath the city, its roots. Old churches, old catacombs. We unearthed them when we built your trains, your skyscrapers. We pulled up stone meant to stay buried. Then why summon them? We didn't summon. We remembered. That book, a hymn, a verse. Enough of it. And they start to sing. Not just in the walls, but in us. The air shifted. I felt the pressure behind my eyes, a ringing in my ears. 7 voices, 1 to open, the last to lead. You're the 8th, Vincent. I fired. Once, twice. He didn't move. Bullets won't silence memory. The walls began to hum. I woke up in the street. Dawn breaking. No blood, no bullet holes, no 7th floor. Just the key still in my hand. And in the distance, through the morning static of the city, I heard it. The 8th voice. Mine. The days blurred. I followed whispers through alleyways. Found chalk symbols on the subway walls. Every corner of the city seemed to echo some part of the book's madness. Tenement basements, church attics, even the water tower on the 112th. It all had signs. Someone was feeding the choir. I started keeping a journal, names and faces, street musicians playing the same 4 descending notes, a paperboy whistling the same tune every morning. They didn't know what they were doing, not consciously, but it was spreading. I went to the archives. I looked into the city's construction records, the foundations. In 1901, a crew digging the 4th Avenue line unearthed a sealed crypt near Gramercy. All 6 men died within weeks. Skin lesions, delirium, one gouged his own ears out. The city burnt it. Paid off the families. There were others. In 1889, a group of immigrant bricklayers broke into an old tunnel under Broadway. Their letters home spoke of music that came from the walls. Only one body was found. The others vanished. Then came the dreams. Fog, endless staircases. A cathedral without a roof. At its center, a choir of silhouettes. No faces, just mouths, open and singing. Each morning I woke up with a word I didn't remember learning. I wrote them down. Latin, Greek, something older. I brought them to the linguist at NYU. He didn't laugh this time. These are fragments of the pre-root language, the one scholars don't even acknowledge, the one we think predates writing. This actually shouldn't be possible. And yet, I said, handing him the next word, He stared at it. Do you know what it means? Oh, you tell me. It means to awaken by harmony. That night, the fog didn't come, but I still heard them, not from the walls, but from beneath. I traced the hum to the old Ashwick sewer outlet, long since sealed, broken with bolt cutters and a crowbar. The tunnels were wrong, too smooth, curved like ribs. There were markings on the walls, and the same seven-circle motif, faint but pulsing, almost warm. At the end was a chamber, dome-shaped, and in its center, a massive bell, black iron, no clapper, covered in symbols. It hummed. A single note, a footstep echoed behind me. It was the kid, Maria's brother. I follow the song, he said. It's inside me now. He walked to the bell, placed his hand on it. It began to vibrate. No, I said, don't. But he smiled. The 8th sings, now the 9th listens. I dragged him out, locked the tunnel, burned my journal, but it was too late. I heard it everywhere now, in the hum of the street lamps, the clatter of typewriters, the dial tone of the telephone. It's not about the book anymore, it's in the city. It's in us. And I know the 9th will come. Maybe not tomorrow, but soon.